It is time for the Coach Lambert Show. Coach, welcome in again.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Busy times, right? Busy times.
Very, very busy. It has been a hectic month, but it's been probably my favorite Nationals month that I've experienced so far.
Great to hear. Speaking of Nationals and preparation for it, Sunday there's a showcase at Hoover High School, right?
Yes, and we are praying the weather stays away. It's looking like we're falling out of the forecast for the freezing rain, but you never know. We've all experienced Alabama weather turn on a dime. So weather permitting, we're headed over to Hoover to do our final away national showcase before we have our last performances in town here on Monday.
And on Sunday, game day, JV will check in at 9:10 for a performance at 9:35. Varsity checks in for 9:50 for a performance at 10:20, correct?
Yes, and we'll have both teams meet 30 minutes prior to that first time.
Okay, and then traditional JV performs at 11:20 and varsity performs at noon. So that's going to be basically at lunchtime, which they're free to go, right?
Yes, and they'll have the rest of the day to kind of hang out, recover, and then get ready for our home showcase on Monday.
Yep, very next day. Quick turnaround. All right, so on the trip, you, Coach Perry, Coach Colburn, Coach Vic, Sarah, Rachel, and Will, and I think Coach Donaldson will be down there too?
We're going to have 8 adults with us, so it's going to be just as much fun for the adults as it is for the kids. We're excited to have that many people down there who not just are going to help us keep things together, but just even more adults who know and love this program and are excited to be down there for the girls. Right,
and some helpful hints have been posted on the JV and the varsity grouping.
Yes.
Kudos to Emily Jordan. If it weren't for Emily Jordan and Kristen Causey and the moms, I'm sure they're going to be glad after this year when they don't see my phone number pop up. But they have to be the go-to for everyone.
Yes, they do. I mean, Emily Jordan and Carrie Kolb specifically have been to nationals with multiple children, multiple years. Like, they have done this over and over again, and we're very lucky that we have veteran moms who know how to help us corral everybody on this trip. Because if you've never been before, it is a moving chaos. I don't even know how to explain it. Nationals, it's the best weekend, but it's also the most stressful weekend of the year.
Planning is key.
Right.
Plan each day, and then it's easier said than done because, for instance, the varsity will compete on Friday, and then in order to compete again, you have to advance.
Right.
And then you have to wait and see where your time is, and we're going to have to work as a Spain Park family well together because we might have some varsity and JV carryover where they're competing at the same time.
Yes, and that is something we're hoping doesn't happen. We really don't want to be competing at the same time, but with the nature of the competition, with the amount of teams that are there, they really can't guarantee that. So we're just going to hope that we are not going at the same time, but if we are, we know our plan to divide and conquer and make sure that both teams have successful performances, and of course making sure our JV parents know where to go, our varsity parents know where to go, and we're really going to depend on our veteran moms for that leadership.
Absolutely, as always. And from that standpoint, weather, it's going to be a polar vortex here at home. Mm-hmm. It's going to be quite a bit warmer down there, but it's still lows in the 30s.
Yes.
Rain, and then highs in the 50s a couple of days. So here's my thought. Not that you asked, but my thought is, and I've told Elena, is all the other teams, most of those teams are not going to be prepared. The fans, the athletes are not going to be prepared. They're going to be in a bad mindset. So if you guys dress warm and know what you're getting into, like, hey, it's not going to be 80 degrees and sunny, that's going to be another edge you have.
Right, I agree. And another thing, just like Alabama weather changes on a dime, so does Florida weather. I was in Orlando this past weekend for the college national championship, got to watch some of our alumni compete. And the first day I was there, it was frigid. The second day I was there, it was burning up hot. And the third day I was there, it was burning up hot. 30 minutes later, freezing rain. So just as it is here, Orlando is also pretty unpredictable, but it does look like it's going to be a chillier Nationals weekend. So bundle up, bring your stuff. There is a lot of outdoor sitting at the baseball stadium, and different times we have to be outside. So definitely come prepared.
Sure. And then the warm-ups out there on the fields, so I guess you guys will bring your sideline gear maybe to warm up?
Yes, we'll bring sideline stuff. We'll bring rain jackets, towels, just stuff to help us keep dry, keep warm, just get everything warmed up.
Okay. And the week you guys leave on January 28th, return on the 3rd, right?
Yes.
The send funds, but not cash.
Yes, Disney is a cashless property. We are staying off-site, so our hotel may take cash, but nowhere in Disney World does. So definitely send. I know it's terrifying, probably letting your 14-year-old carry your credit card, but find some way of getting some cashless money to them.
And no meds unless they're already proven, right?
Correct. All medicines have to go through Nurse Laney, and all that information was at the meeting on the pass out that I handed out in on Parent Square.
Staying at Lake Buena Vista, that's for the first time. Girls seem excited about a new venue.
Yeah, they're really nice rooms. We all have, it's a suite situation, so we're more separate rooms rather than just 4 girls in one room with 2 beds, which we love staying at the All-Star and Pop Century, but it does get a little bit crowded. And even the coaches, one year, me and Sarah still talk about it to this day. Me and Sarah are always roommates. Well, one year they screwed up our rooms to where some of the girls had suites at the All-Star Resort, while me and Sarah got a room with 1 bed. So like, we really didn't know what we were getting there, but we do know that we're getting some really nice suites. The girls are going to have some room to spread out, multiple bathrooms, which is going to be helpful for getting ready for competitions, especially in the early mornings.
Great. Competition dates, we talked about it. Friday is going to be varsity only because JV doesn't start till Saturday, right?
Yes.
And we had Coach Perry on the channel, and that's really exciting. First time ever for JV to compete.
Yes. We're very excited. JV is, they're a little bit flu ridden right now, but we're working to get our people back. I mean, it's January, it's flu season. JV's taken a hard hit with illness, but they have worked so hard. Their routines are going to be ready, and we are really excited for the opportunity they have to compete this weekend.
And so many people have commented they've confused our JV with the varsity team. That's, very impressive.
Yes, Coach Perry has done an incredible job with our JV.
JV steps on the mat first time, the national championship mat's first time on Saturday. That's their semifinals. And then we're going to have to, again, as a fan base, we're going to have to work together. And I'll help with the channel and on the group meets, and we'll get a game plan together to do the best we can to pull for both squads over the weekend.
Divide and conquer. That's going to be, I think, the theme of the weekend.
And so semifinals are Saturday. All finals will be on Sunday, and then you guys will have Park Day Monday?
Yes, we're hoping to have some hardware to carry around with us to the parks. We're hoping to have 4 just fantastic finals performances. I'm kind of speaking that into existence. We're not just going to get varsity back in both of the finals for the first time in program history. We have fingers crossed to be competing 4 times on Sunday, JV traditional and game day, varsity traditional and game day.
Well, you've done all you can do to this point. Now it's a matter of continue the progress, get down there and do the best you can, right?
Absolutely. The girls are ready. Varsity, I can speak for varsity. I don't think we've ever been this ready. So we're hoping to continue on that work for the next week and get even more ready and put on a show in Orlando.
Excellent. Thanks again for joining us. Best of luck in nationals, and go Jags.
Go Jags. Thank you.
We have Coach Perry, head coach of JV. Coach, thanks for taking the time. Thanks for being on.
Of course. Yes, thank you for having me.
First thing I have to say, Coach, is we've had several JV performances on the channel, and many people have mistaken your JV squad as a varsity team. That's got to be, quite the compliment.
It really is quite the compliment. It makes me feel good every time I hear that, just because of all the work that they're putting in behind the scenes and the work that coaches and athletes are all putting in. It is one of the biggest compliments to say that a JV team looks like a varsity team, and it's just a compliment to the athletes too and how hard they're working, how much they've grown over the year.
And physically and mentally, they do perform like varsity athletes. First nationals trip, first time ever, right, for our JV team to go down?
Yes, first time ever. I think there's one person on JV, well, not on JV, on JV traditional that has been to nationals, but everyone else it'll be their first time even stepping foot around the madness. So
yes.
It'll be fun.
Yes, and for those of you that have not been down there, it is basically 4 basketball arenas. They play college basketball tournaments there, and usually around 100,000 plus spectators for the weekend. So it is quite the spectacle. And you of course you cheered in high school and at UAB in college, and you've been down to finals, right, down in Orlando.
Yes.
So butterflies, nerves. What's more, as an athlete or as a coach?
It's really hard to distinguish between the two because it's so different. as an athlete, you're the butterflies for what you can control, but when you're a coach, you have no control over what happens once they step on that floor. So you were sitting there praying and hoping that they go out there with all the confidence that they know they have, like give them all the confidence and build them up for it. But it's a different type of butterflies that you do not feel in any other situation, having close to 30 kids out there just hoping that they are confident in their ability because they have every bit of it. They have the ability to do such great things this weekend or next weekend. So it's going to be fun, but it is a different feeling that you just can't control.
Very similar to a parent, right?
Yes, yeah.
You do your best to prepare and then you hope for the best.
Yes.
And it's all up to the athlete to perform at that point.
Absolutely.
All the JV athletes competing next week, they're going to be under the same lights, same stage, same arenas that we talked about as the varsity athletes. And this is probably, and I'm sure this is a big reason of why you guys committed to bringing JV, is it's going to be a big difference to where these athletes are now, they're not going to be necessarily deer in headlights.
Absolutely.
1 and 2, 3 years from now.
Yes.
They'll be prepared.
Yes, and that was really the beginning goal of this, was we were just having so many new athletes come on to varsity and it's their first time. And the only place they'd really competed was the Birmingham Crossplex. So, and that is a big difference in the national stage. So we were talking about it, and it was an idea we had last year. And then with the girls trying out, it just felt like this was the team to start this with. They felt ready, and they had so much potential, the girls trying out. And it really just, among all the coaching staff, it felt like the right decision to start with this team because they're driving personalities, and we knew that they were going to fight with everything in them to make not this only their first time and experience, but to be successful as well.
Yeah,
So.
they're very talented, and as we talked about, it seems like every tournament or every competition, they're first or second. And again, they look like they fit the role. And it's going to be exciting. And now, of course, there's a big expense to send 2 teams down.
It is.
And it's, and kudos to everyone that helped make that happen.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you to everybody that helped fundraise, donate, got sponsors to help us out. We truly could not do it without you. Sending 2 teams is a big step, and that also goes into the decision process of taking 2 teams and having all the help from the parents. Really, like, we could not do it without you. So, and all the kids helping with convincing people to help donate.
Yes, I mean it takes an entire village
It
to
does.
send all these teams down there,
Yes.
and it's and I'm glad that we didn't go with the air flight,
Yes,
know,
especially with the
because
weather.
yeah, right. And then but the girls really enjoy the bus rides.
They
too.
do.
So.
It's like a bonding experience going down. Even though the ride coming back, they are sleepy, but the one on the way down, it is very fun. It's just like building up to where we're getting to. It's fun.
Yes. Well, Coach, thanks again for coming on. Best of luck, and we'll see you Friday because we've got basketball, big
Yes.
area basketball game. Make sure to show up
Absolutely.
here at Spain Park Arena, and best of luck in finals.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Go Jags.
Go Jags.
It is time for another senior spotlight. We have Bailey Causey and Elena Lorino. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Yep, glad y'all are here. All right, with athletes at Spain Park, senior athletes, we ask them questions so the viewers get to know you a little better. First of all, start with you, Bailey. What age did you begin cheerleading?
I started cheer in first grade, so I've been doing it ever since then.
All right, and then what's your position or role on the Spain Park team?
I'm a senior and I'm a side base.
Okay. What would you say is your best skill? I know it's hard to limit it to one because
Yeah.
you're very talented, but what would you say is your best skill?
I feel like my best skill, it's not really like a physical skill, but like I feel like staying positive and like having good leadership, I feel like that's a good skill of mine.
Yeah, that's a good one to have, the best to have. Best memory of Spain Park and or cheerleading in your 4 years?
I think just going to nationals as a whole. Last year was my first time at nationals, and I just had a great time, and I just think that whole experience is my favorite.
Yeah, the bus ride down, everything about it, right?
Yeah.
Personal and team goals. I know it's a leading question. You guys want to advance to nationals. You're there in both game day and in traditional, and you want to finish as high as you can. Is there anything in addition? You want to get top 10, but you basically just want to do the best you can, right?
Yeah. I think we basically just each round just do our best, hit, and get to the next round. Like, not focus on just getting like top 10 at first. Like, focus on getting to semis and then getting to finals, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Do your job. Control what you can control. It's a subjective sport. Plans after high school.
I'm planning on going to Auburn University. And I'm
Okay.
very excited.
You'll be very good there. Good luck. Elena, same questions for you. What age did you start cheer?
I started cheering when I was in 3rd grade, so this will be my 10th and final year cheering.
Okay. And what position and role do you have on the Spain Park team?
I'm a senior and I'm a main base, which I just recently got switched. I was a side base for all my other years. So this is my first year being a main base, and I'm also captain.
Okay. What would you say is your best skill? Tumbling, side base?
My best skill, I would kind of agree with Bailey, like my leadership and staying positive. I think all 5 of us seniors are really good at staying positive and being good leaders. Yeah.
Okay. And your best memory, I know it's not fair to ask the seniors this, to narrow it down to one, but what's your best memory or memories of Spain Park?
I think I just have to say football season in general. It's one of our favorites, everyone on the team, taking pictures and doing jag walk and everything like that. And especially big rivalry games. It's really fun.
Yeah. Personal and team goals, I talked about it with Bailey. You guys are going to just focus on performance each time, right? And then focus on that. Plans after high school?
I'm going to UAB, and I'm very excited. I haven't decided if I want to cheer yet. I might try out, but I'm still thinking about it.
Okay. And speaking of nationals, this is your senior year. I know you guys are excited, and I think Coach Lambert said you guys hit yesterday.
Yes.
That's a big deal. And it's hard to believe it's your senior year, but it seems like there's a little more excitement this year about nationals. And one of the things is you're going to be staying at a different venue.
Yes. So I think just the vibes of everyone this year is completely different from last year. We're so excited, and I think everyone feels more ready and more prepared than we did last year. So that's where most of our excitement comes from. But also just staying in a new place, and it really just changes everything, changes our perspective, and gets us. We were already excited, but it gets us more excited to try something new.
So are all the seniors going to be staying together?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're in a suite, all 5 of us.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Seniors rule, right?
Yeah.
All right, ladies, thanks. And we appreciate all your hard work. We love watching you on the mats, and go Jags.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you for having us.